Hey guys, and welcome back to the RB Leipzig Career Mode. If you're enjoying the series, then please make sure to leave a like down below. The support on episode 1 has been fantastic, and as you can tell by my voice, I'm a little bit sick, but I don't care. Let's get straight into it and show you what's been happening since the last episode. Most of you guessed correctly that Riccardo Donati was indeed a former Milan player from a career mode. Last year we signed him from Barcelona with AC Milan for around 30 million, and he developed to be one of the world's greatest players. Now he has retired and he's in charge of this club. You guys left a load of transfer suggestions on the latest episode, and honestly I could only narrow it down to a few names. The goalkeepers that I'm targeting are Bernd Leno and Timo Horn, and the defenders we're going for Erik Durm, Wendell and Augustinsson. 3 fullbacks on the radar. We'll see which one of the 3 is more likely to join. And then taking a look at your suggestions for the nations we should scout, and obviously Germany was the main one as we are a German club, but some of you also pointed out that Austria is the club where the owners from Leipzig are from, so therefore we should scout there. And I went with Switzerland. My good friend Sparring DK suggested that one, and he's an expert in terms of youth and scouting. If you haven't seen his channel, check him out because he does some awesome youth legend stuff. Anyways, let's get cracking into the episode. Let's advance and see how transfer negotiations are going. Now that you're up to date with what's been happening, I'll tell you straight away as well that I'm not going to be playing the games in the preseason tournament. I'll be moving forward and hopefully get scout reports on the players on the shortlist, because that's the main thing I need to look at now. Now, Timo Horn and Bernd Leno, I've got full scout reports on them. I haven't got any on the fullbacks though, so we can start negotiations with both goalkeepers and see what happens with that. I'm a little bit worried about these transfer negotiations. I put in a bid of 20 million for Horn and 30 million from Leno, but both times my chief executive said a player of this class is unlikely to join our team, so we could be in trouble here. Transfer listed 3 players to hopefully bring in some more funds, because honestly I don't think it's going to happen. The price tag on both the goalkeepers are ridiculous. Hopefully the preseason tournament will give us some extra funds, so therefore we can actually have a bit more financial power in this one, because I wasted a lot of money on scouts. Don't forget, I've only got 37 million left in the bank, which isn't great. Jesus Christ. 72 million for Bernd Leno. It's not going to happen, is it? Timo Horn, maybe. Just maybe. But again, I'm not too hopeful on this one. We lost our first game in the preseason tournament. We drew the second and won the third, and somehow that wasn't enough to qualify for the next round. So unfortunately, we're left with only a boost of 1.3 million to our budget, which obviously isn't going to help too much, but we'll take everything at this point. Ah, oh, damn it. They've rejected again. I don't know what to do. Let's focus on the fullbacks as well and see which one of these 3 will be the cheapest, because at this point I'm just short on cash. After analysing all 3 players right here, I think the smart choice here would be Erik Durm. He's in between the both of them. Wendell is probably going to be too expensive. Augustinsson is probably too low rated to make an impact in the starting 11. So Erik Durm, who is the tallest as well, standing tall at 6 foot, can play left and right back, which is something the other 2 can't do. I think he's the most solid option all round to go for. So let's put in a bid for Dortmund. I think he's a rotational player. Yes, he is. So this should be a very achievable deal. 4 million plus Dominic Kaiser could be enough. Other clubs are in for him. I'm going to have to do something stupid. 7 million. Please accept that. It's above his value. He's squad rotation. It's all falling apart this transfer window. The goalkeepers are just way too expensive. I may need to look at other options, but as long as I can keep the price of Erik Durm down, I may put in one final bid for Timo Horn, but it's not looking likely. Please accept, please accept. 7 million, 7 million, above his value. Squad rotation. 9 million. Oh God, I'm gonna give it. I can't waste time with this one. He wants 45. We're gonna give him 45. Crucial first team player. Everything he could desire. Please accept, Eric. We need you at this club. Let me know your thoughts on the Durm deal in the comments down below. Is 9 million a fair price for a player of his caliber? Did I overpay and rush it? I did see that other clubs were in for him, so that's why I kind of sped up the negotiations a little bit. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. I would have probably put in another bid for 8 million, but there is no way we can do that. Now, Sada Rene want Willy Orban. Man. Because of our financial situation where I need cash for signings, I'm going to counter offer for a lot of money. And if they're willing to pay us this much, then you can have him. 10.5 million. Come on, Erik Durm, Erik Durm. Erik Durm is in. What is this? Also in talks with Wolfsburg. 7 million. Not a chance, Wolfsburg. You've lost him. Wolfsburg just sold Ricardo Rodriguez to Paris Saint-Germain, so they need a new fullback. It's not going to be Erik Durm. He has signed for Leipzig. We were caught in the middle of some big transfer deals right here because Wolfsburg sold Ricardo Rodriguez. They needed a new left back. They failed. We kind of stole their main target away from them. And the reason why PSG signed Rodriguez in the first place was because they sold Aurier to Manchester City. So things are moving quickly in this window, and we need to make sure we can make that final signing. Whether we sell Willy Orban or not is going to, of course, have a huge influence on this one. Let's take a look at what Stade Rennais have to say. 5.5 is just not enough. You're going to get rejected. I'm giving them everything I have in an attempt to still persuade Köln to sell him, but I'm telling you guys, I'm not feeling this one. Aha, now this is interesting. Köln want Marvin Komper. That could be huge. I could probably put him in the swap deal then for Horn. I'm just going to counter offer. I hope that they accept 2 million. Seems like a fair price. It's under his value. And with that money and the wages coming available to us, I could put in another improved bid for Timo Horn. Rejected again. Köln, you want one of our players. Please don't be like this. Give us a chance at least. Sabitzer's finishing going up. Paulsen's finishing as well, and Papadopoulos defending. Good training session all round. They are so stingy, I swear to God. They only want to give 1.7, and because of his age, I'm just going to accept. I have no options. I need to let go of players like this. And he was one of the players I put on the transfer list, and usually you don't get bids for those too often, hence why I had to accept that one. Scouting updates, very interesting, but first a transfer offer for Dominic Kaiser. Yes, please! Another player that I want to get rid of, and please! 2.7 is not too much to ask, Hamburg. And after the first scouting update, we've got 4 players in our youth system. René Schmidt, Anton Drexler, Matthias Meyer and Benjamin Lang all have got fantastic potential. Anton Drexler, or however you pronounce it, is probably the best one out of the lot, 77 to 94. Bayern Munich have just completed the signing of Christian Eriksen, the Spurs midfielder who's joined Munich for 47.5 million, which is insane. 2.7 has been matched by Hamburg. I'm still going for Timo Horn here. Funds are coming in quickly. I can bump up my bid to 35 million. It's not going to happen. At least now we know what they want for Timo Horn. I reached that part of the negotiations, 51.5 million. I'm never going to have that cash. 40 million is what I can offer. This is what we're going to do. I've transfer listed. Let's move on. After that embarrassment of a negotiation with Köln, I'm going to settle for Oliver Baumann. His stats are good enough. He's maybe not plan A, but we need to bring someone in. And this was someone you guys suggested as well in the comments a few times. I think it was the 3rd most popular suggestion in there. Hopefully, Oliver Baumann and Hoffenheim won't be too difficult. And we're actually playing against him right now. I'm going to play 1 game in today's episode and hopefully do well. This is again on manual. Haven't practiced at all since that 2-0 defeat against Norwich, so this could be very bad. This is the lineup for the game against Hoffenheim away from home. The opening game of the Bundesliga season. Gulacsi in net, Halstenberg, Orban, Papadopoulos and Klosterman in defence. Yes, I know we signed Erik Durm, but I want to ease him into the starting 11. I'll bring him on in the second half and see how we do, because I'm not too sure who I want to drop out of the 2 fullbacks currently, Halstenberg or Klosterman, for Erik Durm. So I'm going to take a look at them both at the same time and then judge. Keita, Demis, Sabitzer, Forsberg in midfield, Werner and Paulsen up front. Against Hoffenheim away from home, this could be tough, but I want at least a draw, if not a win. Come on, boys! I'm still absolutely fuming at FC Köln and how they treated us in that win, though. First, they wanted to sign Marvin Komper. Wouldn't want to give us more than what we asked for, which was still under his value. I still said yes because I wanted to be nice, and then they do that to us with Timo Horn. Honestly, Köln, you are now my most hated team in the Bundesliga, and we have a rivalry that we're going to settle soon. Leipzig away from home against Oliver Baumann, future signing potentially, and a very, very decent Hoffenheim side. Come on, boys, let's get off to a great start here. Klosterman down the line, water ball into Sabitzer. There is space for Marcel Sabitzer. Cuts inside nicely. Sabitzer going for the finesse shot. It's deflected, but still we have a shot, a goal noted, which is what we didn't have against Norwich, I do believe. Keita. Oh, what a ball. Marcel Sabitzer could be a chance here. Sabitzer drills it straight at Oliver Baumann. No, 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 no. Yes, what a challenge. Not a foul. Leipzig holding on for dear life here so far. But we've had a few chances of our own. Here is the counter-attack possibility with Marcel Sabitzer against Niklas Süle, who also was suggested by a lot of you guys. We didn't need a centre-back at this moment in time. We've got Yusuf Poulsen through on goal, but it's been cut out just in time again. It's a very, very even half, but we're slightly, ever so slightly in control of the stats. We had more shots, 1% more possession, but it just shows we've come a long way since that Norwich game. This is a lot better, and we could actually, if not draw, we could win this game if things go alright. But like I said, it's difficult to break down defences like this. Eduardo Vargas comes on for Sandro Wagner. We need to be careful of that lad. Naby Keita into Forsberg. Forsberg out wide to Halstenberg. We've got Werner arriving. It's gone to Yusuf Poulsen, who gets his head onto it, but it's wide. Danger. Could be in trouble here. Need to block that cross coming in. Oh, he's been blocked off himself. That's disgusting, but it's gone wide. That should have been 1-0. It's Rudy who gets the chance just before the hour mark, but he misses. There we go. Counter-attack possibilities out wide to Sabitzer. Can he keep going? They've kind of stopped a little bit there. We've got a man inside. It's Timo Werner. He's been brought down. Is that a penalty? Oh, it's a free kick. Jesus Christ. And as you see right here, Borussia Dortmund is our next opponent, so we do well to pick up all 3 points here. 10 minutes on the clock. Leipzig are making a double substitution. Forsberg and Demme are coming off for Erik Durm and Selke. He's making his debut today at striker. We're putting Poulsen back into cam role, and Erik Durm is actually going to play as a CDM because I can't pick which one of the two fullbacks currently is the lesser out of the two. They're both doing equal as good, so Erik Durm may have to adapt to his new role. He will play in the fullback positions eventually, but right now I need to give these two another chance. And we're still looking for that goal. It's so tough to score on this, man, I swear. Oh, what a ball, what a ball! Eduardo Vargas could have won it at the death, but he misses. And it stays 0-0. Oh, what am I doing? I'm gifting them another chance. Get rid of that. 1-2. Dominic Selke. Continue that run. Is he onside? I think he could be. Dominic Selke gets tackled, and that was the final chance of the game. God. 0-0. I'll take it, but it's hard. It's genuinely hard, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of goals in this career mode if we keep playing on manual. But that is the challenge, and that is part of learning how to play like this. Let's take a look at the stats at the end of the game. Very, very even. Like I said, we had a little bit more in terms of shots and possession, but you couldn't really separate the two sides. Alright guys, that's where we're going to end the episode. We've got transfer deadline day coming up, well, in the next episode, at the start of the next episode, where we need to sign Oliver Baumann. Negotiations are underway. They rejected the first offer. I've counter-offered for 18 million. We should be able to get the deal done on transfer deadline day. And of course, we'll be playing games against Dortmund, Hamburg, and potentially Borussia Mönchengladbach as well, depending on how it goes. I really need to start figuring out how to score on manual. It's a learning curve for me. Hopefully we can get the form right before you're too bored of seeing 0-0 draws. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.